Hello, friends. So, today for Movement Monday, I'm going to talk to you about something which I'm concerned about. So, recently, I was searching something on the internet and I came to a YouTube video and I don't really know what it was about. But anyway, an ad comes up and you're supposed to skip it in 4 seconds. But because it was a trainer, I was curious because I'm always interested in learning new things and seeing is there something which I can change in my own routine. So I continued to watch it, and the guy was telling about this great program that he has, and it's like super cheap and whatever, it was a great deal. So I was like, okay, fine, it's only that much, let me just go for it. And I, you know, bought it right away, and I did a couple workouts. I was a little sore. I was like, wow, the only thing they say before the workout is do some jumping jacks for a few minutes to warm up. Well, a lot of us women at our age, we're not doing jumping jacks. We have mobility issues, we have joint issues. We don't want to be doing so much of aggressive, jumping. So anyway, I did that, and then after I think about a week of doing it, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to go back to my usual thing because I think my regular routine is much better for my goals, what I want to do. Maybe I can get some ideas from this, but I think I'm going to stick to my own thing. Anyway, I suggested to my son, who is slim and very muscular, although he is sedentary. But I wanted to encourage him to exercise. So I said, hey, you want to do this? And he's like, yeah, I want to be ripped. So I said, okay, fine, go ahead. I've already paid for it. So he started doing it. He did it for 2 days, and he was so sore that I think for almost a week he was sore. Initially, for several days, he was icing himself. And it just reminded me that these workouts, these YouTube videos, and these cheap programs, they are cheap, and many of them I think are geared towards younger people who don't have issues, musculoskeletal issues, Um, and I was like, okay, for women who are over 50, I'm not sure that's a good choice. If it's okay if you're very active, you're already exercising, like I could do that, and I know what to modify for my body. I know what to do. I have that knowledge, and there are a lot of women who are very active. So it's okay for them. But if you are new to exercising, you're older like me, or you're overweight, or you have joint issues, any of these things, you need to tread carefully because you can get injured. And then that cheap will not remain cheap because that can cause you so much discomfort, disability, and actually affect your pocketbook, right? If you're having to go to the doctor, you're having to go have an MRI or, any of those things, that is not a good thing. So just remember, cheap is not necessarily a good thing. If you are over 50, if you are new to exercising, I would recommend you get personalized, customized workouts, and that you get from using a personal trainer, and doesn't mean that you have to use a personal trainer forever, but to get introduced to exercising, it's really important who can. So what personal trainers will do is they will assess you. They will see how your body is moving. Is there some issue, because with our lifestyles that we have, certain activities we are involved in, like, okay, if you have a desk job, you're sitting a lot. That's one of the common issues that we see. What happens is you have some muscles which have become really tight and some which have become very loose. They're weak. So what the trainer does is helps you focus on tightening your loose muscles and strengthening them, and the ones which are tight to loosen them. A trainer will help you to reach your goals faster in a more linear fashion rather than a haphazard way, which will take longer. They can help you with their nutrition. Not all trainers do that, but a lot of them do. They will help you with your nutrition, guide you into eating healthy, into eating and well, and developing healthy habits, So all of those things will help you get to your goals sooner. So it's a good idea to, be careful, just be, cautious if you are considering buying any of these programs or following YouTube videos. And I'm not saying that all of them are bad or they are bad, because they're not necessarily bad, but it's just what is good for you, what is good for me. We have to make that decision. So that is my thought for Monday, Movement Monday. And if you have any questions, reach out. Okay.